Good morning, Prosper High School. I'm Elise Parker.
And I'm Tanner Argyle, and today is the last episode of The Point After.
We will look back at some of our best moments as well as look forward to next year and look at baseball's winning weekend against Highland Park.
That's all coming up today on Monday, May 19th. But first, Kristen has the announcements.
Thanks, Tanner. Donations of gently used sports equipment for the McKinney Boys and Girls Club will be taken until this Friday. Donation boxes are in the cafeteria and in room 1159. If you are interested in being a part of the Prosper's News online newspaper class, please see Mr. Kennedy in either the Eagle Nation News Studio or in room 1256 for details. Summer assignments for Pre-AP and AP English can be found on the PHS website under the AP Pre-AP Info tab. This Friday, the Student Council will be hosting Trifecta Day. Tickets are $3 in advance and $5 at the door. You may purchase your tickets from your 6th period teachers. Please see a Student Council representative or Mrs. Brown for more information. All library items, fines, and textbooks are due to the library by Tuesday, May 27th. Students who do not have their library accounts cleared by June 3rd will not be allowed to pick up their schedule in August. Seniors, the baccalaureate program will be May 29th at Prestonwood North Church at 7. If you have not turned in your baby pictures, you must turn them in to Mrs. Hamlin by this Friday, or you will not be included in the baby picture presentation at graduation. The deadline for project graduation contracts has been extended until this Thursday. You can find a contract in the front office or on the project graduation website. Now for our winners and champions, we'd like to congratulate Mr. Barclay's Advanced Automotive Technology class, who took the ASE Automotive Maintenance and Light Repair test. This is a very prestigious and difficult test to pass. Alan Boffman, Alexander Toops, Kason Bush, Riley Farmer, and Jared Shirley received their student certification for automotive service excellence. This is the beginning of 10 tests that are required to become an LS1 ASE Master Certified Technician. If you ordered a baseball playoff shirt, they will be delivered to the school. That's all the announcements that I have for today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Kristen Neal. Back to you, Tanner.
We have been there for every touchdown, every volleyball state run, every home run, and every achievement our athletes have made. Today we look back on our memories from The Point After.
The Point After staff has been with you since day one. They reflect back on their first shows as anchors.
Mr. Kennedy came and, he said, okay, live show, let's do this. And he was like, Elise and Hayden, you guys are going to be my sports people. You guys are going to do sport. So we did that, and I remember going live the first day, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I felt like we talked about, I had Cole Collier on the show. It was the first show. And it was just exciting because we were going live, and I didn't really know what was happening, and it was just weird. And now Point After has formed when we got the new studio. Kennedy wanted to change the face of Eagle Nation News by doing the different shows, and so I kind of came up with Point After, and it just snowballed from there. I have Tanner on my team now. He's great. I love to work with him. He'll do whatever I ask.
Well, I actually joined this team late in the game because before they had me doing a bunch more anchoring stuff, and I saw Elise Parker was doing a great job with the show. I felt like I fit right in because I wanted to go into like a sports news kind of setting.
Not only were memories made, but the experience of the program will help them in their future endeavors.
The best part was all the experience I got being on a team, being able to do what I love, sitting there with a camera in my hands, being able to watch some sports.
So I've always loved the camera. I love being in front of the camera, never behind the camera. But I've always wanted to be Erin Andrews, and she's been my little inspiration, I guess you could say, as I've gone through the program.
Because doing a live daily show is so time-consuming, Tanner and Elise share what they will miss most after the show is over.
Well, I think I'll miss it. Honestly, it'll be nice having a break from the show, but I am so thankful for the opportunity to have a school that supports their broadcast programs as well as the school does, and I'm so glad that I have kind of a segue into broadcast career if I choose to go that route.
It's definitely a bittersweet moment, this being the last show, and it's just kind of weird because I have so much going on, and then you tie this into it, and then it's like another full-time job. So, you know, we're always editing, we're always videotaping, we're doing packages, we're practicing, we're writing scripts. You know, it's like a full-time job that we do every single day. So not having it, or like in my life, like not doing it is going to be weird because I'm going to have so much free time on my hands. I just want to thank like the student body, because like without them that we wouldn't even have Eagle Nation News, and like if Mr. Wright wouldn't allow us to do the live broadcast every day, that we wouldn't have that. So I just want to like thank everyone who's like been supporting us and like has critiqued us, and like that's what makes us better, and that's what has made this show like so good and stuff.
Baseball is moving to the 4th round of playoffs this weekend. Let's look at their winning weekend against Highland Park.
Last Thursday night, the baseball team traveled to Highland Park for Game 1 of their series. The boys came out on fire, showing no mercy. Senior Dylan Bowen pitched all 7 innings, only giving up 2 hits. The boys held strong defense and continued to hit well. Tyler Webb and Dean Smith both hit home runs, helping gain momentum. The boys would take Game 1, winning it 8-1. Friday night, the Eagles hosted Highland Park at home. Despite their great efforts, the boys just couldn't compete with Highland Park's ace pitcher. They would lose Game 2, 8-1, now headed to Saturday's game, tied in the series. Saturday, the boys traveled to Highland Park to play Game 3. Senior Dom Yurgo started on the mound. The boys racked up runs and showed Highland Park who was meant to continue on to state. The boys would run roll the Scots 17-2. Both Steele Walker and Anthony Bernardez were a home run shy of a cycle. Sophomore Anthony Bernardez received honorable mentions in the Dallas Morning News for his impressive hitting during the series. Our Prosper baseball team are now regional semifinalists and 2 rounds away from state.
It's safe to say that I've been the star of this show from day one, so let's take a look at my best moments on air. Good morning, Eagle Nation. I'm Elise Parker, and you're watching the very first live edition of Eagle Nation News on Monday, September 9th. Good morning, Prosper High School. I'm Elise Parker. Good morning, Prosper High School. I'm Elise Parker. Wrestling is a new and upcoming sport here at Prosper High School that has had a huge impact.
I've seemed to forget to ask you to homecoming, so would you like to go to homecoming with me?
And now we're back with head coach Aaron McClanahan to talk about last night's game. Coach Mack, thanks for coming in today. The ENN and EPG students at Prosper High School are here at AT&T Stadium to go behind the scenes and take a tour of what goes on NFL on Fox. So what does it take to produce a show of this magnitude? As you can see, it takes more than putting a camera on a tripod and shooting it in order to produce a show of that magnitude. And for our #1 play of the week, we go to last Tuesday's volleyball game against Wakeland, where Sydney Riggs would destroy this ball, smacking the opposing player in the face. Luckily, Sydney's hand is recovering. As for the girl's face, we have no comment. And we're joined now by Eagle Nation News' official MVP of the boys volleyball tournament, Ryan Cleary. Ryan, congrats on that. So you are a guy who's so nice, and you're so, not shy, but you're just so quiet, and you go under the radar. You run cross country, and you come out on the court, and you're a volleyball star. How does that happen? And we again want to congratulate Destiny Nelson on her going to state. And we are now here with head basketball coach, Coach Ellis. Coach Ellis, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're back in the studio with basketball player Riley Davis. Riley, thank you so much for coming on the show today. So in the show today, we're talking about superstitions. So can you tell me what the basketball team does to prepare for games? We're back in the studio with head girls soccer coach, Coach Rafael Flores. Coach Flores, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We're here with Tyler Webb, the senior shortstop for the baseball team. Tyler, thanks for coming on the show.
It's a true honor.
With that, I'm Elise Parker. I'm Elise Parker. I'm Elise Parker. I'm Elise Parker. And the point after, and the point after, and the point after, and the point after is good, is good, is good, is good.
Well, that wraps up today's show. We want to thank everyone who has been part of our success this year and hope that next year we will exceed those expectations.
Well, Prosper High School, it's been a roller coaster of a year, and I want to say thank you to everyone for their continuous support.
I'm Tanner Argyle.
And for the last and final time, I'm Elise Parker, and the point after is good.